And they say they are the latest victims of Twitter's censorship. The Job Creators Network says they were suspended from Twitter on Thursday because they implied the tech giant should be regulated as a utility. Well, now this group that represents 30 million small business owners say you can believe they are not going to be silenced no matter what. And joining us this morning is the CEO, or CCO rather, Elaine Parker. Good morning, Elaine. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me.
So first, Twitter says your group was violating rules against platform manipulation and spam. We did reach out to Twitter, and we're still waiting to hear back because I don't know exactly what that means, what they're accusing you guys of doing. But according to a statement I have here from your CEO, he wrote that an internal review demonstrated you did not violate Twitter's terms and conditions and that this was pure retaliation. Retaliation for what?
Well, the Job Creators Network is a pro-small business advocacy organization, and we defend small business. We also defend free speech as well. And about 2 weeks ago, our CEO, Alfredo Ortiz, penned this op-ed in Real Clear Politics, advocating that these big tech companies should be regulated like a utility so that they can't exclude services to users just based on political beliefs and ideology. So yes, we actually do think that it's pure retaliation for our position.
And what can you do when you're banned from Twitter? Like, what steps are you guys taking right now to try to get back on this social media platform?
Well, we've sent a letter to their head lawyer asking that this be resolved as soon as possible, because as you mentioned, we did do an internal review and we found no violation of any policy of Twitter's. And so, if we can't have this resolved as soon as possible, we certainly will review our legal options. But we really feel that this was our suspension. It was wrongly done.
And again, your CEO says he believes it was pure retaliation. So one of the things that he mentioned was that there should be some government oversight, government regulation of something like Twitter. But can you even trust the government to regulate it in such a way that would make it even more fair?
Well, look, as a pro-free enterprise organization, our first instance is not to turn to government for solutions. But in this case, we really think that these platforms should be regulated as utilities because they really have become America's town hall. And when you look at even the ACLU stepped in when they saw what we're calling a purge of conservative voices, and they called it unchecked power. And that's very concerning to us as a conservative organization that advocates for small businesses and lower taxes and less regulations. So we feel that regulating them like a utility, like AT&T, will create fairness and prevent certain voices from being silenced.
And Elaine, you just mentioned free enterprise because we have free speech and we have free enterprise in this country. And I asked this to many business owners because right now you've got millions of smart minds, you've got small business owners. So why not just forget about Twitter and just get everyone together and create your own social platform? And if you're worried about not finding someone to house it and do the back end like Amazon Web Services, create that too. Create everything you need. Isn't that possible?
It absolutely is possible, and we saw that in an organization, a new platform called Parler. And as we watched, 15 million people leave Twitter and the other social media platforms and move to Parler, we watched all of the big tech companies conspire to shut that organization down. And while they may have done it under, the guise of preventing further violence, we think it was really just a power grab to prevent a new company from coming into the marketplace and prevent competition. We are all for competition. We think that that's the solution to a lot of these issues in a free market society.
Well, we look forward to following this story for you guys, especially when you finally get a response back from Twitter as well. Elaine Parker, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much.